Hello folks and welcome to the stream. Thank you for those of you joining me after Lave Radio, kind of unofficial Lave Radio gaming after party here with me. I am picking up where we left off on the Warlock of Firetop Mountain, and we just got to the point where I'd been through the room with all the portraits, and we'd held the ruby up to Zagor's eyes, and then I think actually last time we'd gone on a bit and lots of terrible things happened to me and I died. So I've actually gone a slightly different way this time. I've gone east and we've discovered an altar here, and we have found one of the keys that we need for Zagor, which is really good news. So this bodes well. I'm also going to place my weapon on the altar because I think that's such an unusual option to be given that I think it's worth doing. So let's give it a go. You also missed out on some cracking narration a minute ago. I was quite pleased with it, but anyway. You carefully place your weapon on the altar. Then you gasp. Within moments it has transformed into a fine silver version of itself. You take your silver weapon from the altar, testing it in the air. Okay, always nice to silver a weapon. I'm just turning the sound volume down for me. Hopefully the volume level's alright for you guys. Excellent, another Chivo. Always like a Chivo. Okay, I'm not going to sit on the altar because I think that will probably turn me into silver, although I am tempted just because it's hilarious. But no, let's return to the junction. Okay. The passageway ends at a stairwell. At the top you find yet another wooden door. This time a small one with a carved bone handle. You listen, but hear nothing coming from inside. You try the handle and the door opens into a room with a sandy floor. You can hear the sound of fast-flowing water. In one corner of the room is a pile of rubble, mainly stones and dust, but there are also two odd-shaped pieces of wood and a length of rope. A door in the north wall leads on. Based on what I did last time, I remember studying the length of rope and it tried to throttle me. So this time, I'm going to examine the bits of wood. Never let it be said I don't learn. Both pieces of wood are Y-shaped and smooth, as if washed up from a river. I'm going to take the pieces of wood. You take the bits of wood and steer. Okay, fine. We're at the river. The passageway leads you northwards. The rocky floor becomes sandy until eventually you are walking on coarse sand. You notice the passage is widening, and ahead you can hear a flowing river. Now, I've got a little interesting story about this bit. I was looking through the extras that come with this game, because this game has a bunch of behind-the-scenes things, all to do with the kind of the book and the conversion to the PC and stuff about the original. And one of the things that came up that was really interesting was that the Warlock of Firetop Mountain was written by both Steve Jackson and Ian Livingstone. And the way they subdivided writing the original book back in the 80s was that one of them would write the first half and the other one would write the second half. And I'm not going to go into all the stuff about that because you can read about it for yourselves. It's very interesting. If you do get this game, it is well worth reading about it. It's fascinating. But the thing that's really interesting about the design of the book is because they divided up each half of the book, they had it in mind when they designed it that it was a journey that you could go on. It was an adventure which, regardless of which branching path you took, would always bring you back to like a choke point, if you like, at the river. So the river was the crossing point from one half of the book into the other. It's the place where all players would come to, regardless of which journey they chose. So that's just a little fact about the river in Warlock of Firetop Mountain. And I for some reason I don't remember it too that well from the book, but actually the options we have for crossing the river are much more. There are much more options than I remember from the book. Yes. There are 4 ways of crossing. Nice. To your left, a rusted bell bears the sign "Ferry Service, 2 gold pieces, please ring." So there's the ferryman, there's a boat, there's the bridge. Okay, now we rang the bell last time and we got diddled for money, although it was only 3 gold pieces. I think we've got quite a lot more money than that, to be honest. 51 gold. And again, I don't know what to spend it on. I presume it's just part of your score. I'm really not sure about swimming. Really not sure about the bridge. Let's try punting the raft. This feels a bit Harry Potter. Okay. You climb on the raft and start to punch your way across the river. The going is not easy. In the middle of the river, the raft seems to take on a will of its own and bobs up and down dangerously. You realise it is attempting to capsize itself and throw you into the river. Do we hold on and keep punting to the north side, or do we jump into the water and swim to the south bank? Well, south bank is back the way we've come, so let's try and press on. You manage to hold on and somehow bring the raft under your control. However, the current is pulling you downstream. I need to get to that north bank. Who knows where this river will take me? Fight the river and punt across to the north bank, or go with the flow. I'm tempted to see where it takes me. Oh. The current quickens, and by the glow of luminescent moss you can see the protruding rocks and churning white water of rapids. Steer the craft back to the north bank, or prepare to negotiate the rapids. This could go either way. This could either be a skill test, in which case my skill is 10 and I'm pretty happy, because that would be a 2d6 roll against 10, which is, the odds are with me. If it's luck, I'm not quite so confident. So I'm curious about this. The raft. Okay. The raft slams into one of the rocks and you fall down into the icy cold water. Try not to drown. You drown. No, I don't know. The current carries you beyond the rapids. Ahead of you, the water is being drawn down into a sucking whirlpool. The whirlpool pulls you under into the churning darkness of the underground river. You struggle to hold your breath as the current buffets you, knocking you against the rocky walls of the river's course. Test your skill. That's good. You fight against the incredible current. Okay, so we've ended up somewhere different. Just when you think you can't hold your breath any longer, you feel yourself rising. Your head breaks the surface again, and you gulp down great lungfuls of air. You are carried through another high-roofed cavern from the river's outflow. By the dim glow lighting the cavern around you, you'll make your way up onto a rocky ledge to your right. South. We don't want the south side. Grabbing hold of a jutting outcrop, you take a moment to recover your breath before pulling yourself up onto the ledge. The ledge narrows and there is no way for you to continue along it. To your left, the river races away toward distant daylight. Just as you are considering your options, your ears are beset by a high-pitched shrieking, and a flock of bats descend from the roof to drive you from their cave home. Fight the bats. Oh, interesting. There are pieces off the mat. Okay. I can't remember what my attack options are. Oh yes, I've got. I'm going to move. Nice. They're attacking. So let's do a piercing strike. Okay, we can take this one out before it moves. The quick jab. That one's attacking, that one's possibly moving, so let's go for a right strike. Nice. That one's possibly moving. Let's attack. Okay. We'll do a piercing strike in case it moves backwards. Yeah, it's a shame. That's good. Okay. You have defeated the bats. When you have slain many of their number, the bats break off their attack and return to the roosts in the roof of the cave. You have no choice but to dive back into the water and see where the current takes you. I like the kind of miniature movement of this, but I can't help feeling that just sliding down the river like this isn't the greatest animation in the world. Never mind. The current deposits you on a sandy bank. As you get to your feet, you look around and find yourself a large cave with damp walls. There is also a strange, unpleasant slime oozing out of cracks in the walls. I'm so glad to be out of that water, although I get a feeling I've stumbled onto another strange area. You start to search the cave for a way out when suddenly shapes emerge from the slimy walls. 3 slime zombies, cadavers of unfortunate adventurers, now animated mindlessly by the slime they are encased in. Fight the monsters. Ah, that's slime worm again. Okay, let's go for the piercing strike in case they line up nicely. Okay. Take that one out before it moves. Okay, so our slime worm here, that's quite a nice miniature actually. I quite like that. Oh, I can't zoom in on it. Let's now this one here's back's got reach, so I'm a bit worried he's going to hit us, but yeah, I'd rather reduce the numbers though if I can. Let's move. Okay. Feeling pretty good about my numbers here. Oh no! Oh dear. Well, did roll very badly. Let's see if we can hit him even though he's retreating. There we go. That's that one down. Right, we need to deal with this worm. I'm going to attack, I think. Okay. Again, I'm feeling good about my numbers, but I could go wrong again. Ooh. Harsh. What do we think he's going to do? I think he's going to attack again. Go on, I've got a 4 advantage here. That's better. That is better. So he might be moving, so let's... yeah, it's a pity. He's now attacking. He's attacking again. Let's move. There we go. Okay, so I'm a bit worried about where this is going to take me. I feel like it's taking me back towards the entrance. With the horrid slime worm and slime zombies disposed of, you can look for a way out of this dangerous cavern. But first you decide to check the creatures for spoils. The slime worm has nothing, as you'd expect, but as you search the sticky slime-covered body of the slime zombies, you discover a few useful items. Firstly, some gold pieces, and secondly, a potion of skill. You clean the excess goop from these things and stow them into your pack. Now, potion of skill, that's a really interesting item because in the original book you could choose one of 3 potions to take with you. One of them was a potion of skill, and it restores your skill if you lose any points. Tracing your fingers across the end of the cave, you find a hidden crack you hadn't noticed before, which leads to a widening passageway. The passageway... The passageway leads back to the dwarven halls and the room containing the paintings you were in earlier. You decide you need to get back to the river and make your way north to the north bank to progress through the mountain. Okay, so we found a little loop there. You definitely do not want to end up in the water again, so decide to make a different choice this time. Being patronised by a book. Okay. This time we will... we gain some gold. I'll ring the bell. There we go. We know that works. Or I know that works anyway. He calms down, takes the gold and rows you across to the north bank. Now, do I still have my potion of invisibility? Because the last thing that happened when we were here, I went to this shack to the left, and there was a dog in... Oh, no, I want to not use it because the dog sniffed me out. let's explore the shack to the west, because that had the key for the boathouse. Okay, so here's the dog. Nice looking dog. Okay, so we can either bang on the door to wake the old man. The potion of invisibility doesn't work because the dog can smell you anyway. I don't really want to fight the dog particularly, unless, I have to. So let's try banging on the door. Let's see if there's a talking option. The old man's eyes flutter open. He sees you and grabs for a half-oar lying by his bench. You tell him you mean him no harm, but he remains on guard and eyes you cautiously. Although he looks harmless enough, his dog could be dangerous. The man's boots are undone. Okay. Ask the man questions about the mountain, rush the dog with your weapon drawn, or tell him his boots are undone. Well, we'll tell him his boots are undone. The old man thanks you and rather sheepishly ties up his boots. You explain that you mean no harm, and he calms down, calling off his dog. And I've got an achievement! This area is the only passageway through to the inner chambers. Some years ago the river swelled after a particularly severe spring thaw and cut off supplies from the outside world. I don't know why he sounds like that. It just occurred to me. Tell him that you're on a quest, thank him for the chat and leave through the south door. Try to grab the keys and go for the nearest door. Well, I'm going to tell him I'm on a quest. When you begin talking, he becomes angry and bids you be gone. He'll have nothing to do with adventurers. His dog senses his anger and snarls menacingly. Well, I want those keys. Traitor! He shouts. Okay, I want those keys. So we're going to have to fight. Oh, a dog issue. The dog springs as you move, its hideous black teeth coming straight for your throat. 2 meters from you, a blast of fire shoots from its mouth right at your face. I'm fairly happy about tests of skill. Yep, that's another good one. You dive out of the way in time. Instinctively, you dive out of the way and avoid the jet of fire streaming towards you. You feel a blast of heat as you narrowly avoid the flames. Before the beast has a chance to react, you take it by surprise and attack it with every ounce of your strength. The creature gives an unearthly howl as you do so, then slumps to the ground. Its body crumbles to ash. The old man is furious at you killing his pet. You monster! Now you shall meet a real one! His eyes turn white with anger. He slowly rises from his seat, and as he stands he appears to gain in size and stature. He is changing in front of your eyes. He sprouts hair on his face and forearms. His nose lengthens and becomes dog-like. His teeth are pointed. He is a werewolf, and he advances towards you. Well, here's where I'm hoping that my silvered weapon will make a difference in combat. It didn't last time. Okay, let's move forward. Interesting, we don't know what he's doing. He might be moving. Let's try an attack. Ah, right, he has this pressing attack. I recall this. Okay, we definitely don't want to be in the way for his pressing attack, so let's go this way. Oh, maybe he doesn't get it every turn. I wonder what the cooldown is. Let me try, can I attack that space? Oh, I can't for some reason. That's strange. Okay, I'm going to move out the way again. Yeah, there's the pressing attack. He's got a skill of 8 and I've got a skill of 10. I don't really want to have any head-on clashes. So let's try moving. Okay, he's moving as well, so let's see if we can hit him. Oh, no, he's moved. Right, this could be a pressing attack back in this direction. No, let's do that. Ah, I could have had him too. That's a shame. Okay, so this next one's going to be the pressing attack, I think. So I'm going to attack that square. Ah, I'm going to do it again. No. I'm terrible at this. Okay, I'm going to move out the way then. There's the press. I think it must have a 3-turn cooldown, maybe. There we go. That could have been more elegant. I'm not sure I did a particularly good job on that. Anyway, you have defeated the werewolf. I don't think my silver weapon contributed to that at all. With a sigh of relief, you lean against the shack's wall. You have defeated the werewolf. I've gained a luck, but it doesn't go up above its initial value, so... yeah, we're still on 8. So we're going to take the boathouse keys. That was, after all, what that fight was about. Do you want to open the larder door? Let's have a look. No, I'm not going to take the pickled eggs. We tried that last time and it was horrible. So we are leaving the shack. Bewilderbeast is asking, couldn't it go above in the original? No, I don't think anything could ever go above its what they called the initial value in the original book. And so it's another one of the reasons why you kind of always wanted to roll as high as you could on your initial character creation, was because you could never go above it. But I seem to think there was a certain item in the game that allowed you to push your skill and luck above the original value, but I can't remember exactly what it is. I think there might have been a weapon that you pick up that increases your skill, maybe. Not 100% sure. So let's head to the wooden building near the pier, because that's the boathouse. We've got the key for that. Now, I almost managed last time to talk the skeletons into helping me. I just got it slightly wrong. So, yeah, I'm gonna give it a go. Okay. Talk to the skeletons. Tell them who you are. Now, they're big fans of adventurers, or they're big fans of you. The Alexandra of Blacksand. I did the skeleton voice last week. I'm not trying to do it again. I'll do it again. The warrior of Warpstone, the killer of Calamere, the cutter. Yes. Stultus, stop gushing. I saw her first. Can you sign my humorous? So the choice is escape from the skeletons or fight off the skeletons. I can't remember if it goes badly either way, because I feel like if I fight them off, I'm going to be fighting them. If I try and escape from them, they accuse me of being standoffish and aren't very impressed. So maybe fight off means something different. No. There's an achievement, though, for talking the skeletons down, so there's definitely a better way of doing that. Okay, I'm going to do quick jab. There we go. Oh, they've got this funny movement thing going on, haven't they? So let's do piercing strike. I remember their movements being really complicated last time. Okay, that did not go so well. Let's try attacking that. There we go. Although I'm kind of backed into a corner here now. Let's try backing off. Oh, he's got reach. Let's take that one out while we can. Okay, now I'm in trouble. Although he's got 5 and I've got 10, so that could definitely be worse. That's a good roll. Dare I move, or should I just stand my ground and attack? I've got no manoeuvring space in the corner here, but I feel like if I move forward, I'm definitely going to get hit. Let's just try attacking. Ah, he's got a swipey thing. Piercing strike. Ah, and he's shielding. So even if I hit him, I'm not going to do damage. That's really annoying. Okay, I'm going to move forward because I can't stay in this corner. Nuts. Okay, I'm going to move back. Okay, there we go. Let's just try hitting him. Again, this is where I'm missing the test your luck thing. It's really annoying, the shielding ability they've got. There we go. It's another one down. Right, now I need to move into slightly better manoeuvring space with this guy here, although he's got a swipey attack, hasn't he? He's got a skill of 7 and I've got a skill of 10. So it's not too bad. This is also a great time for Piercing Strike, which hits both of them. Oh, okay. I got away with that. Quick jab. There we go. It's another one down. Right, he's now attacking. Now he's got this swipey attack. I'm not sure whether I will counter that or not. Okay, one more hit then. And that's it done. Come on, good roll. Good roll. That's a fantastic roll. Ah, but he was guarded. Oh, well. All's well that ends well. Okay, so I'm down to half my hit points. I've defeated the skeletons. Now, last time I checked the tools and I didn't find anything, so I'm going to look through the drawers and benches this time. Handful of gold pieces. Okay. Well, who knows. Now, I went up this tower last time, which... let's check out the smaller structure. Looks like a guard tower. You follow the faint sandy path leading to an imposing building in the cave wall. While not as large as the building to the north, it is nonetheless magnificently grand. It towers above you, and you cannot help but wonder how on Titan the thing was built. At the top of the steps is a heavy stone door that seems very solid. Let's try opening the door. Let me just see if I've still got... Heaving open the door, it grinds against the floor in protest. Entering, you find yourself in an opulently decorated room. You are overwhelmed by the sight of thousands upon thousands of bottles lining the shelves of the room. Fine carved furniture is placed strategically about the chamber. Oh, hello. So this isn't in the original book, I don't think. This is another one of the new editions. New piece of art. It's very close, though, to the original art style. I think they've done a really good job. Waiting for you inside is a tall woman wearing a long dark gown and a spiked crown. Welcome, Alexandra of Blacksand. I am Oriana, the Keeper of Souls. You don't know me, or maybe you do. We met her in the intro, I think. I can never remember, but rest assured your player does. Do not be alarmed, I am here to help you. This feels a bit fourth wall breaking. Oh, it's a shop! Oh, so I can spend my gold. Ask about the domain of the dead. All right. What can you tell me about the domain of the dead? You ask the soul keeper. She pauses for a moment, but her face remains expressionless and without emotion. A place cursed by Zagor, created to provide an army of restless souls, each of which will endlessly guard his inner sanctum. I find it to be a useful location to be near, considering my line of work. However, I am not without my own protection. Many so-called heroes have become nothing more than tortured spirits to guard the Warlock's treasure. I would advise you to be prepared. Okay, can we sell something? Or inquire about the Warlock's treasure? We can purchase something. Let's purchase something. Oh, look. Okay. Interesting. A maze jumper. Excuse me. Interesting. Interesting. Potion of Fortune will restore luck. Potion of Skill we have. Potion of Strength will restore stamina. Will it? I'm not sure. Provisions. Provisions are always good. And we've got a certain amount of gold. We have 57 gold. Wondering about selling something here. What happens if we sell something? Oh, I can only sell... Right, so you can only sell the potions. I wonder if the moment to use the potion of invisibility is good past. If I sold the potion of invisibility, I would have enough for the maze jumper. Let's try it. That's the most interesting. So I have a maze jumper. Let's inquire about the water. Zega is rumoured to have a hoard of treasure. Do you know anything about it? You ask Oriana. She raises an eyebrow quizzically, then answers. Ah, yes, of course. The Warlock guards his treasure well. It is kept under lock and key within a magical treasure chest. He never keeps the 3 keys with him, instead choosing to cast a spell on them. Each key is securely guarded and changes position within the mountain each time someone enters. The more keys used to open the chest, the greater the reward within. That's a really interesting difference then. So in the original book you had to find 3 keys. Obviously they were always in the same place because it was a book, and each key had a number engraved on it, and you would add up those numbers to turn to a page to see whether or not you had the correct 3 numbers. This sounds different. This sounds like you can finish the game a number of ways and you get a slightly better reward at the end, depending on how many of the keys you found. So that's I'm feeling pretty good then about the fact that I've only found 1 key so far and I'm over halfway through the adventure. Okay, let's leave. Goodbye, Alexandra of Blacksand. I know we shall meet again, if not during this adventure, then during your next one. There you go. Very fourth wall breaking. It's ruining my immersion. Right. Okay. Now then, we have... We can either climb the foreboding stone staircase in front of you or head west to the tower. Now, the tower relied heavily on luck, and I don't think this is the character to try and push with the luck. So I'm not going to go to the tower this time. We're going to go to the foreboding staircase in front of you. You follow the steps leading up into the looming building. Looking upwards, you occasionally see golden glints on the ceiling. You wonder if there is a gold vein running through the ceiling of the cavern. The golden glints begin to disappear, followed by a high-pitched shrieking and the heavy sound of leathery wings. That doesn't sound good. Fight the giant bats! We have bats. Bats. Skill 6, so I'm not going to do too badly in a head-on clash with them. Let's aim here. Oh, they've got sideways reach. That's upsetting. I might need to move then. Move this way. Okay, very different prospect. I'm going to... Let's hope that... Okay, no, they're both going to attack. Let's hope they don't have reach. I'm going to hit this one. Pierce, quick jab. I'm going to try the piercing strike. It was a good move. Okay, they're all attacking. That isn't good news. Maybe a strategic move might be wise. Ah, nuts to you. So he's attacking, he's potentially moving. It's just attack. Okay, straight roll. Oh, I really wish I could use... I should have eaten some provisions before coming into this fight. Okay. I also should have been learning their movement patterns, which I'm not sure I've done. 1 down. Okay, this one's attacking. That's a good roll. Difficult though. He's moving and he's attacking, so let's do the piercing strike in case it's backing off. Yes, it is. That was a good guess. That one's now attacking, but we can do the quick jab. Okay, he's attacking diagonally. I'm going to attack diagonally. Oh no, he wasn't attacking diagonally. Well, that was foolish. I think he's going to move. But he's not moving my way. I'm going to stay where I am because I don't want to get hit. He is now moving, so I'm going to do Piercing Strike. I'm not doing very well at predicting this. He's now going to move to that space, so I'm going to move this way. He's now attacking. I'm going to do that. It's a good roll. There we go. With the giant bat slain, you cautiously continue up the stairs. Thankfully, there are no more creatures lurking in the darkness, and you reach the top safely. Surrounding you is an eerie graveyard. There are gravestones littered about, and trees made from stone cast ominous shadows across the ground. Nearby there is a bench where you may rest. A skull leers at you from an archway. It appears to be the entrance to a crumbling bridge of stairs that traverses a large pit, glowing with an ethereal blue light. The feeling of death and decay surrounds you, and you sense that this place is one of arcane, ancient evil. Well, I'm going to sit down on the bench. I'm hoping it's not like a mimic or something. I'm going to consume a provision. You sit down on the bench and take out a portion of provisions from your pack. Your moment of rest, combined with your healthy provisions, makes you feel much better. Plus 10 stamina. Okay, continue exploring the graveyard. With the giant bat slain, you cautiously continue up the stairs. Thankfully, there are no more creatures lurking in the darkness, and you reach the top safely. Let's explore the graveyard. You hunt around the gravestones and behind the stone trees. Okay, luck is not my strong suit with this character, but we are lucky. Tucked behind one of the gravestones is a red flask. You've found a potion of strength. Pleased with your find, you once again stand before the leering skull. What does the potion of strength do you think? I think it must restore stamina because I can't use the potion of skill and I'm on maximum skill, but I can use the potion of strength and I'm missing a couple of points of stamina. So I think that's what that means. You begin to cross the vast dark void using the ominous bridge. Swirling around below you in the depths of the void are the trapped souls of the dead. The souls begin to rise, before bursting suddenly forth from the void encompassing the bridge. Their wails fill your ears, and you look on in horror as some of the shapes materialise in front of you. "You have disturbed our rest," one of the ghosts whispers. "Now you must join us in our eternal slumber." Thank you for watching, and if you'd like to continue watching the series, please click on the next episode or click on the subscribe icon. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you again soon.